Hello everybody, my name is Richie Wee, or Richard, and today we are having our Huntertalk for 9.2. Quick disclaimer, this video is not what I wanted it to be, and I was kinda like on the fence of making it even, because like I had this idea to just release a video a few days before the patch, and it's like, yo, this is what we're gonna do, period. But the thing is, you can't make a video like that, and I actually had the plan to show like some simulations that have been done for 9.2, but then I was reminded that actually, hey, none of those simulations are actually correct, because we know that the data that they are based on is going to change. So the simulations have been done with bugged versions of the tier set and stuff like that, and Blizzard said that they are working on it. And so what do you do with information that you know that it's 100% going to be changed? Like it's like worthless in a way, right? So like just I think it even does it. Yeah, it even says like the simulations for the Marksman Hunter, they say that it's with the bugged tier set, but Blizzard put out a blue post that I'm going to pull up in a second, where they said like, hey, we know that this is bugs and we know that like that they exist and we're working on it. So my plan was to just talk about the spec and the class as a whole as much as I can, and just give you my opinion. But please keep in mind that my opinion is just like, I don't know, it's just a guess, okay? Like I'm doing like magician's work here, or I don't know. Like everything that I say can be outdated in like 2 seconds if they make a new blue post where they're like, hey, we fixed this, blah blah blah. So to start off, gonna pull up the tier sets and talk about them really quickly. Beast Mastery Hunter tier set. It increases critical strike for its frenzy stack your pet has, and kill command critical hits increase the damage and cooldown reduction of your next Cobra shot by 40%. So this released in a bugged state where this number said it was 40%, but actually it was 100%. So when it was 100%, it was quite cool. But by making it only 40%, they kinda made it worse. Like, I mean, they reduced, like, I mean, they just, it was 100% crit and now it's 40% crit. Like, obviously that's worse, right? So, but just some general thoughts about it. I don't even know what he says. He even mentions his, like, moves, even mentions it here. Like, Curian will have, like, a lot of crit with this and be overcapping on crit a lot. Then, for Nightfey, this is fine. And for Venthyr, it's kinda not fine, because you wanna make use of the damage and cooldown reduction of Cobra Shot, but Venthyr makes you press Kill Shot a lot. So I don't want to say it's like worthless or anything, but it's just the value of it. It's a bit reduced with Venthyr. So that's that. So for Beast Mastery, again, this can change any minute, but for Beast Mastery, I think, it's just my opinion, I think for Beast Mastery Hunter, Nightfey is probably the safe bet, the safe pick. I haven't heard any changes to this once they fixed the number, like from 100 to 40. So I don't know if they buff this or change this still. Like, I don't think so. It's just a bit sad that this is like single target only. Like, this has no AoE like interaction whatsoever. Which, I mean, it's kind of building into the niche that BM already has. Like, it's already good single target class, so they just make it stronger in the niche that it has, I guess. So, I mean, it is like pros and cons, right? But for what BM does, this supplements what it does. So I guess that's nice. For Marksman Hunter, trick shots increase the damage of the affected shot by 30%. So this means if I have trick shots active, my shot, aim shot, and I think rapid fire as well, is increased by 30%. This also works on single target, right? Like obviously MM Hunters is not the biggest single target class in the game and whatever, but this is not an AoE only thing. Like if you have trick shots active, which you can get via volley, for example, I can just walk up here. And like now I have trick shots, and now this aim shot would do 30% more damage. Because it's affected by trick shots. And all the cleaving, the AoE, the bouncing aim shots, all of them would also be doing increased damage. So, in my opinion, it's a very nice idea for a tier set. I really like it. But there was some problems with it. Like this is even the old version of it. Because it grants you 2 charges of trick shots. Like, pretty sure they already... Or I'm pretty sure they walked back on the 2 charges like a week into the... Like, when it went live. Because... we never gained 2 charges of trick shots. So at some point, they walked back on it. And in my mind, it was quite quickly, but maybe I'm just misremembering it. But I didn't want to backtrack to find out when it actually happened. But at this point, I'm just making sure I'm not saying anything. No. So, at this point, it only gives 1 charge of trick shots. And it's also 40 focus and not 80. So it's not entirely correct. It's 40 focus gives you 1 charge of trick shots. So what does this mean? When you have the 2 set, you want to play volley because it's basically a DPS cooldown. Like you press volley, you cast aim shot and rapid fire. Both of them do 30% more damage. Ease clap. Inside of true shot, you can even fire like 3 spells. Like if you do this. Oh yeah, I don't have wild spirits on my bar. I mean, it doesn't matter. I think you do this. Volley, true shot, and now you can do like aim shot, rapid fire. You can do another aim shot. Boom, and you had 3 spells that did 30% more damage. So that's quite nice. And then with the 4 set, you gain trick shots passively. So that removes the need to play volley everywhere. And this is where I can only like speculate a little bit, because we don't know how it's gonna work in the future and everything. But there was some bugs with it where if you press an arcane shot, I pressed arcane shot, I spent 20 focus. So now I press another arcane shot, now I spent 40 focus. But currently the tier set wouldn't activate now because it activates at greater than 40. So I would have to press another arcane shot, spending 60 focus to activate the set. That's one of the bugs. And stuff like that makes it kind of hard to say, yeah, you don't need to play volley once you have 4 set, because we don't know how it will look in the future, right? But with 4 set, volley isn't usually needed, but maybe it changes. Like, Like, not to say that volley isn't great on AoE anymore or anything, but like, with the 4 set on single target, you didn't need volley as a DPS cooldown anymore. But hey, maybe that changes now. But we don't know how the new version will work, right? Also, there's this neat legendary, which also had... Where is it? Which also works with the 4 set a bit. Like, when you gain trick shot, you have a chance to refund your aim shot charges. So this works, or this used to work quite nicely with the 4 set. But there also was a bug with this and the 4 set. And they acknowledged this bug, and they told us that they are working on it, so we don't know how valuable this thing is. But according to the old data, it was probably gonna be the new AoE legendary instead of Surging Shots. And for single target, it would have probably still been between like Serpent Stalkers and Antlers. But this was also okay on single target, truthfully. But you can see the problems that we are facing now. Whereas like everything I say is kind of like, maybe, I don't know, we don't know, blah, 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 so stuff like that. But just to give you an idea, as an MM hunter, you better prepare resources, because you might need to craft a legendary or 2. So I personally, I'm not 100% done with it. I have to still grind a bit of like resources. But I personally, I'm gonna prepare Surging Shots, Vigil, and SST. And this is just what I will do, okay? Like, you don't need to do it, but yeah. In terms of covenants, what does this mean for MM? Well, or rather, what did it mean for MM? So that's the actual question we need to ask. So in its very first state, Venthyr was very nice for single target, because the kill shots of Venthyr, we are not Venthyr anymore, RIP. But yeah, the kill shots that you would shoot via the Venthyr Flame Shot ability, they would also count towards the focus spent of, where is it? Towards this focus spent. The free kill shots did count for this, but they fixed that so they don't count anymore. So now Venthyr is kind of looking meh. And then even when Venthyr would have simmed higher, it would probably not have been the play for actual rate progression, because it lacks like burst and cooldown. Like, it's I guess it's nice sustained damage, but it's not actually like something you would actually use in a real progression setting, because in today's day and age, everything really revolves around having cooldowns and stuff, and so Kyrian and Night Fae looked better for this. Originally, it was speculated that Kyrian has a very nice synergy with it, and it still works great with it, honestly. And it's probably still gonna be the Mythic Plus pick, and Night Fae is probably still gonna be the raid pick in terms of covenants. Because like Antlers is just like great for what it's worth, and in raid, there's like, when there's ads spawning, it's usually not always a huge amount of ads. And in the new raid, I also looked over it a bit. There is a few scenarios where Antlers would work really well with the extra bounces and stuff. So Night Fae looks and looked pretty strong for this. Kyrian wins on AoE, or Jesus Christ, like, with what we had earlier, Kyrian was better at like 5+ targets. So that's that. And what the new iteration of it will be, we don't know yet, but it's just my speculation again. I think that it's probably gonna stay like that. That for raid and stuff, you wanna play Night Fae, and I mean, Night Fae is probably also fine for keys. Like, my highest key done in time is now at 22. This 23 was depleted, and I still played Night Fae for it, okay? Like, I refuse to play Kyrian. So, like, if you're not going for bleeding edge Mythic Plus content, I think that Night Fae is a solid choice for 9.2. But we will see what the future holds. Necrolord still dead, probably still gonna stay dead, which is sad because Chakram is a cool ability. And Venthyr, man, I really hope that Venthyr will somehow magically be okay on single target so that I can play it on farm. Maybe not. I don't know. I'm definitely, like, for progression, I'm probably, maybe, most likely gonna be Night Fae for the new raid. But maybe I can sneak in some Venthyr later on in the patch. So be hyped for that. No, I didn't get the bow yet, if you're wondering. I did get the quiver though, so that's nice. But only on normal item level, so I'm not wearing it. I'm not wearing the item, I just have it transmogged. But yeah, that's that. And now for survival. Like, honestly, I have no idea what this means. But survival looked, just really quick, survival looked really strong. Then they wanted to bug fix it, and it got even better. And I honestly don't know much about the spec and all. But if you wanna, like, hear or see what survival is capable of, I would advise you to come into the Hunter Discord channel and ask our Survival Hunter players about the future. They can give you more qualified answers. Because I don't know much about the spec. It's kind of fun to play while questing and stuff, but I don't think... Like, please don't quote me in 5 years when I re-roll to survival, I don't know. I don't think I'll be ever too heavily invested with Survival Hunter because it's not my preferred melee spec. I would play DK and Druid or Warrior much rather than I would play Hunter, Survival Hunter melee. So I don't know, but who knows what the future will bring. So now, what was I talking about? I was talking about this. These are the bug fixes. They, like the thing with the 40 focus that should trigger the 4 set, they recognized, or they acknowledged rather, that it's proccing at higher, and they will work on it. Then there was an issue with Secrets of Unblinking Vigil and the tier set where you would spend an aim shot charge and would visually get an aim shot charge back, but it would not actually be an aim shot charge. Like, it would show that you have an aim shot charge, but you couldn't press it because it wasn't there, but visually you got the charge. So this bug, sorry for the mess, dude, but like, I can't even word it better, but yeah, you got a charge back that you didn't get in reality. Like, you visually in the game you got a charge, but it didn't exist, period. So this, they acknowledged it, they're gonna work on it. So, causing you to experience 74 balls. I don't actually know about this bug. Yo, professional video, the issue, come on. I think this means... I'm not gonna attempt to explain this. No. Okay, cool. This is the issues we're working on. Okay, so yeah, there is more bugs that they are still working on. So, I don't know. This is probably not the most helpful video ever. I'm sorry for that. But, I mean, I wanted to make a quick video with an overview of what will be in the next patch or anything. But honestly, this is the best I can do. Like, I wanted to make a different video today. Like, when I came home today and I was like, yo, fuck it, I'm gonna do a Hunter talk. I was like, I had an idea of what I wanted to make. And I asked Aesotherian if I could use some of his data. And then he was like, hey, this data isn't this data isn't good data anymore because we know it's gonna be changed. So what good is data based on knowledge or based on a build that's not gonna be the reality, right? And I was like, yo, actually I have to reword everything then. And so I kinda wanted to just YOLO this video. So yeah, that's that. Again, don't quote me on this, but I will play Night Fae for the new raid and for keys, and maybe some Venthyr as Marksman Hunter. Maybe I will also play Night Fae Beast Mastery Hunter. And that's it for the new patch. That's everything I can say. As Survival Hunter, I think you play Curian. At least for M+, I think you play Curian. So yeah, that's that. And that's really everything I can say at this point. For Beast Mastery Hunter, the best non-Covenant Legendary, because as Beast Mastery Hunter currently you play with Antlers. Like you currently as Beast Mastery Hunter you play this guy, Elder Antlers as Night Fae. But once we have the double Legendary, you will play with the Rylak Stalkers. I don't know if I have it anywhere. No, I don't. Okay, so as Night Fae, you're gonna craft Rylak Stalkers and Antlers. And as Marksman Hunter, probably gonna play Antlers for the most part in the new raid. And once we have double Legendaries, you're gonna play... Jesus Christ, you're probably gonna play Seekers of the Unblinking Vigil or Surging Shots for AoE and plus stuff, and then Serpent Stalkers and maybe Vigil for single target. Like that's as specific I can be, and probably tomorrow there will be a new build and everything I just said it is wrong, but this is just my guesses. I sorry for repeating this 20,000 times. But I have to say this because I had forgotten about it, and I have been reminded of this thing like half an hour ago when I was done with my idea for the video, and I was like, yo, can I use this? He's like, hey, this is worthless information. And I was like, no. And I was like, my whole video idea was actually out of the window. So that's why I'm being so aggressive with saying that nothing is final. So yeah, that's that. If you wanna hear more about all of this, you come to this place, Hunter Discord, discord.gg/trueshot, or you could also join my Discord, which is in the description below, next to the Hunter Discord link, which is also in the description down below. Other than that, you are very welcome to come back for my actual 9.2 video that will come out as soon as we have data that's actually correct. So, as soon as we know what will actually be the best, I will update or I will make a new Huntertalk where I talk about it. But this is the best I can do. And I'm honestly a bit disappointed myself that this is the best that I actually can do. But up until 30 minutes ago or whatever, I didn't realize how messed up the situation is. So probably not the best video that I could make today, but yeah. I'm sorry, and I hope you can forgive me, and yeah, that's that. See you in the next one, where I will present more detailed information about hunters in the Shadowlands. Yay! Thank you, everyone. Have a nice one. Bye.